Hey, do me a favor, just like act kind of dumb, alright? Great. Hey Charlie, what you doing, being stupid? Alright, come over here. Let me show you something. Here, come this way. Take a seat, no, in the big chair.
Huh?
In the big chair.
Oh.
But do you know what we're watching today?
Black Widow?
Yup. How long has it been since the last theatrical release of, like, anything? So what are your expectations going into this?
I know it's not that good. Apparently there are a lot of ass shots. Yeah, I just think it's pretty bland.
Are you kidding? Vulture is, like, top 5 Marvel villains.
What was his motivation again?
For
money?
Money, fuck corporate elite, and protect his daughter.
Yeah, it's pretty bland.
What do you mean pretty bland? What do you want? Another, oh, I'm big bad man, I destroy universe, conquer world?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Alright, the movie's gonna start in like 10 minutes, so yeah, we're heading out. Yo! What's up?
Finally showed up and it's not staged.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's not staged. What the fuck?
It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
What? That's a fact.
What's a stage? I've never seen a stage before.
It has been too long.
It's been way too long.
Yup, it has. Alright, let's get the tickets. It's been a fat minute since Final Thoughts. So, Final Thoughts, starting with you, Charlie. Go.
It was okay. Carrier
All right, great.
was shorter than I thought he was.
What? No, I was much taller than I was.
Yeah.
I'm 5'5" actually.
Yes.
Ito naman yung check
Oh,
out.
so you're short.
5'5".
You're still short as fuck.
I also slept through part of it. My bad.
Alright, fine.
First watch, after a second
Wait, you
watch,
skipped
it's
him.
pretty mid.
You said he slipped through?
Second
Part of
watch,
it.
Come on, Charlie.
pretty
Come
okay.
on.
Give it a 5 out of 10, not bad.
like
5 out of
Not
10.
great.
Alright. Alright.
I am
The
tired.
movie was a lot more basic than I thought it was.
Yup, agreed.
I love Black Widow, so like,
Yup, that's
it
cool.
doesn't deserve it though. Only for the
Two little ass
character, not
shots.
for the movie.
Yeah.
Little.
Hey, hey,
They're pretty large.
Had a thick ass.
Yo,
No, that is true.
Yeah,
No,
you wanna
no,
see
count it
that?
as 3.
I count it as a 3.
Yeah.
Half of them, like they got 3 acid shot, too far back. And there's
I don't know.
pretty solid. I'm not gonna
Yes,
lie.
me.
However, not nearly enough. And honestly, that kills it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
That's it. You know what? See you back at the review.
Wow, wasn't that a quirky transition? Only if I thought about the first half last night, so that would actually work and sync up. So it's been a fat minute since there was a theatrical Marvel movie. And here it is. Black Widow. In the theaters. I watched it with my friends. And what did I think about it? Well, this movie can be judged in multiple parts. Let me just judge it as a film itself and then judge it as a piece in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As a protagonist, Black Widow wasn't written with a lot of dynamics. She doesn't really change. She's a very static character. A round character, but very static. Meaning that throughout the story, she doesn't really change. And kind of just remains as that. Although the supporting cast is probably the highlight of this. You get introduced to a cast of character, which then you get to know pretty well, and they have decent payoffs. So, yeah. That's good. The action set pieces are okay. They're a spectacle show in a lot of ways, but I feel like Marvel has never really gotten the hand-to-hand combat down, and this is no exception. The moment-to-moment combat here is definitely very okay. Overall, I think it's a fun movie. It was 2 hours and 10 minutes. However, it didn't feel like it was that long, so none of it was really dragged on. The pacing was pretty good, which these movies are generally written pretty well because they've kind of found a formula, as well as just general US blockbusters. They have a formula that works for audiences, and this kind of follows that. So, yeah, it works. Nothing too crazy. But it is a fun time. So I would rate this overall a 65. because there's a lot of it that is pretty cool, and there's a good amount of it that could have been better. The action could have been better. Black Widow's character in this story doesn't change a lot, which, being a protagonist, kind of narratively isn't super engaging. But as a piece of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it does answer a lot of questions that I was asking before this, and hey, satisfying answers, satisfying resolutions, and some satisfying setup. So yeah, overall, just a pretty fun time. And if you follow the MCU, I don't know why you're even watching this video. Like, you probably already watched the movie, so yeah. God damn it, phone. So that's my rating. Watch it if you like. Now let's get into spoiler talks. There was a lot more family in this movie than I was expecting. And I don't know how I feel about that, but I know we kind of had a kick out of it. I think what they did with Florence Pugh's character, Yelena, was great. They set her up pretty well for the future with that end credit scene. And also, her acting was just very funny. Genuinely, it was delightful, as well as the character of Melina and also the Red Guardian, Alexei. Yeah, these people that were Black Widow's family, they're, yeah, good stuff. They were all painted pretty well, considering that this is the first time we met them, and they're all painted as dynamic and round, which is good stuff. And throughout the movie, they kind of grow to, I guess, appreciate each other a bit more. That's also kind of Black Widow's arc, but I mean, again, because of where this is set, which is right after Civil War and before Infinity War, you can't really do something that is too dramatic to your character that wouldn't fit in, like, the next part, or I don't know. It's just, it's a issue with these movies, is that they're so interconnected that it's hard to make any, like, retroactive, meaningful development in characters. So I don't really blame the movie, but there's also the positive side of the interconnectivity of all these movies, which this movie, yeah, it answers a lot of pretty good questions. What happened in Budapest? They mentioned it a lot. It was name dropped a lot, and, well, now you know. Black Widow blew up, I forgot who the main villain was, but his daughter. And yeah, that's, hey, great, I guess, connection there. It also explains where the Red Room is, which is a question that has been lingering for a long time in the MCU, and we finally get to see that giant midair airship, which is great. The introductory card with the big text, Red Room, that was one of the only scenes there that gave me some real chills, so fantastic job on that. Theming-wise, the movie really has a lot about fighting, like, your past nightmares, because Taskmaster comes back as the daughter that Black Widow was ordered to kill, and kind of taking advantage of people that were down on their luck. Like, that's how the main villain just takes in these girls and gives them a family, but also uses them. Kind of, I guess you can kind of contrast that with how Black Widow used blowing up that main bad guy's daughter to get ahead and to get into S.H.I.E.L.D. So yeah, there's that. A big wasted potential that I thought could have been better was probably the action sets for Taskmaster. Her thing is that she copies previous Avenger moves, and that is pretty cool, minus the fact that they don't really do anything with it, which sucks. Like, she flashes Panther Claws, she does, like, the shield kick, yada yada, but she doesn't, like, string moves together that actually makes for interesting set pieces. She just kind of flashes references on screen, which then goes back to my point that a lot of Marvel movies don't have good choreography, and this is no different. It's passable, but it's definitely not good. As someone who hasn't really watched or paid attention to the new TV series and don't really understand what's going to happen with like the Eternals and the multiverse stuff of this Phase 4, I think that's what we're on. This movie felt right at home. It follows one of my favorite Marvel movies, Civil War, and this kind of just felt like a nice epilogue to that, which, hey, yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. And also for the people who were watching the Disney Plus TV shows, the post-credits scene with Lady, I don't even know what her name is, with Lady. Apparently some of my friends who watched Falcon and Winter Soldier were like, oh, that lady, very cool. And then she dropped Hawkeye at the end for Yelena to like go hunt down, saying like, hey, Hawkeye was why Natasha died, which technically is true if you think hard enough about it, because he was incompetent at committing suicide that Natasha committed suicide first. So maybe you can say that it's fault, like with some huge logical leap. But again, yeah, she's a character in this. I had no idea who she is. For a second, I thought that she was Melina, which was weird until it was cleared up pretty soon, where Yelena didn't really like refer to her as in a daughter mother sort of sense, where I was like, yeah, I don't know who this character is. But yeah, my friends recognized her, and also with the last shot of Hawkeye, my parents were like, oh yeah, there's a new Hawkeye TV show. So yeah, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. I still think maybe I should catch up on the TV shows, but I'm watching a lot of different stuff right now. So maybe eventually I'll catch up on that and give it my thoughts. I heard it was majority pretty good. I heard Loki was pretty excellent. I heard Captain America and Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was also very good, and WandaVision was okay. So who knows? If I find my time, sure, I'll check it out and maybe make videos on it. But hey, those are just my spoiler thoughts about Black Widow and kind of the MCU in general and my current take on it as someone who doesn't quite follow it super tightly, but understands a decent portion of the history. So yeah, that's that. I mean, you probably already watched it if you made it to this section of the video, but just in case you decided to listen to spoilers before actually watching it, you mongrel, watch it if you like. Yep, that's it. See you next time.